Good day, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to my humble home, my property here in Livingston, Montana. Okay, today's date is the 24th of October of 2021. And what I'm basically doing here is just a miserable, lazy, sit-down video about Linkboy Archery arrows. Linkboy. Now, I got a box of them right here, and I'm not really too big on this unboxing stuff. Some things I am, most things I'm not. But these came, I ordered a set of these, and these came relatively fast, in under 2 weeks. And I got to looking at the return address on these, and these came out of Chino, California. But I happen to know that linkboyarchery.com, their products are Chinese, okay? So let's rip into these and see what we got here, okay? Right off the get-go, before I forget, these are 600 grain spine arrows, 600, and they're 32 inches long before I screw all that up. Actually, I'd better watch this big old bench-made knife I've got here. That's what I'd really better watch. My son-in-law gave this thing to me. It's one of those triages. I don't even think they make these anymore. That's good. Let's see what we got going on here with every little thing. Yeah, I find it kind of amazing that these people can put all 12 arrows in this little tiny box. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm doing this the weird way, but what the heck, Let's see what we got here. Ooh, nice. Actually, I find these Linkboy arrows to be not too bad. If you want to know what I paid for these, I paid $65.28 on Amazon, shipped to the door. And this was actually less than 2 weeks. I think it only took about 10 days or so to get these arrows, Whoops, there went my... Sorry about that. The tips don't come screwed in, but I don't have any extra 125 grain tips, but there's no use in me screwing these tips in because I'm not going to use them anyway. But let me get this cardboard out of my way. And of course, they put these in styrofoam like this, the styrofoam dividers, and basically they put 6 arrows with the fletch going this way and 6 arrows with the fletch going that way. That's how they're able to get them in that small space, okay? But I already did a review on these arrows, if you will. Let me make sure that I've got, they're 600 spine, 32 inches long, and they will say Linkboy on them. You can see that, sure you can. And they've got green and black fletching. I really should measure this fletching just for the heck of it. I think they're supposed to, it's either 4.5 inch fletch or 5 inch. I'm not quite sure. I think it's, it's pretty close to 5 inch. Yeah, okay. And, let me pluck one of these out of here. And like I say, these guys here are, 600 spine. It says right on them, straightness, plus or minus 0.003 inch, which is pretty good. And they've got the URL, which is Linkboy, this one here says linkboyoutdoor.com. My other arrow said linkboyarchery.com. Well, whatever. And so, yeah. And, of course, these arrows here, they don't have any helical fletching. It's an offset fletching, if you will, a straight fletching. You see what I'm getting at? Sure you do. It might be offset by a couple of degrees. Let me see that. If even that. It's a straight fletching. no helical there, which may not agree with people or whatever. I forgot to say the last review that I did on these Knox turns, so you can position them, you know, for the type of setup or bow you got. You got right in here, there's some shrink tape, shrink tubing that I got to protect the leading edge of the feathers, and then you got this fancy paint job. I don't think it's paint, but whatever. But on these arrows right here where this gray is, you can definitely see that that's carbon. I mean, you know how carbon's wrapped and like that. So personally, I think that these are not really that bad of a deal for $65. But then again, a lot of real hardcore archers go, I'm not buying anything from China. Well, I got news for you folks. Probably 75% of the stuff that's for sale in America comes out of China. So there you are with that. The only reason why I'm not really trying to sell these arrows or anything like that, or even promote them or nothing, but just in case somebody needs cheap arrows, you know, because I happen to know firsthand that you can pay close to $200 for name brand arrows. So there you are. Now what I'm going to do with these arrows, I have never built a rack yet or anything to hold my arrows, so I just been buying these cheap quivers, you know what I mean, and jamming them in there. This thing here, I don't know how good of a quiver it is. It probably ain't. I only give like $20 for this thing. Probably not a very good quiver, but I don't care. You know. So we'll jam all 12 of them in here. How about that? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So far I haven't seen any. 8, 9. Looks like the feathers are in pretty good shape. A lot of people complain that these feathers are no good on these Chinese arrows, but, well, like this right here. But that, you know, that kind of a deal right there it's not gonna really hurt much, you know what I mean? But the way they put the way they cram these in these little boxes, I'm actually kind of amazed that these things even are not all smashed up by the time they get to you. Okay, out of all those arrows, I only had one where the feathers were real ruffled up, so that's not too good of a showing right there, but it'll work out. I'll break them in. I'll skin them, you know what I mean? Sure you do. Boy, look at that. That isn't the most ultra cheap quiver you ever see. Yeah. Well, there you go. Excuse me. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. There's 12 600 spine Linkboy arrows there. They're 32 inches long. I don't know. I don't know exactly what the OD outside diameter and ID is, but you know, whatever there. But personally, for knock around cheap arrows, I think that these are not too bad at a $65 bill. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I got to get gone here. I'm burning daylight and all that other stuff. Take care of yourselves, and we'll see you on down the trail. Adios, my friends. Where am I at here? 9 minutes and 30 seconds. I can live with that. Goodbye. Help. Help.